Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. Thanks so much for coming by and checking out the video, checking out the channel. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. This is a collective reading and it is timeless, so whenever you come across this video, however and whenever you find it, it is the right time for you to be getting this message. If you haven't already and you feel so inclined to like and or subscribe to the video and channel, it doesn't get me any money. This is not a monetized channel, but it does help the YouTube algorithm help other people find this video and find this channel when they are looking for stuff like you were, and that's how you found the video as well. So please feel welcome in this space. We have been going through Scot Howden's Oracle of Light and Dreams. Just beautiful illustrations. Sorry, I just got caught up for a second on the picture for our card for today. This is card number 38, Peony. And I know that snakes for a lot of people are scary creatures. I grew up with snakes and lizards and stuff. In my house, my brother and my dad were avid reptilists, and so I've never had a fear of snakes. I have a respect for them. And they've gotten really a bad rep over the millennia. Again, ulterior motives of people in positions of power that have done wacky things to objects that have inherent energy and power in them. And we want to, before we go through the book and see what the actual reading is in the book, just get the energy and the messages that are coming directly from the card itself, from the image. And we can see this is not a scary snake. She is holding, it's like they are in almost an embrace. The blue-green color, this is not a poisonous snake. Poisonous snakes generally have super bright colors, like they're warning people, you know, or they've got rattles or whatever. This is not a scary snake. This is a beautiful bringer of wisdom. Snakes were always considered healers. The reason why the devil was portrayed as a snake in the garden, giving Eve the apple, giving her wisdom, giving her knowledge, and that was supposed to be a bad thing at that time, right? And we know it wasn't. So peonies also, I didn't do any research, so I know a couple of you guys are research hounds, and you please feel free in the comments to leave some information if you have personal information about peonies or research about peonies. And we'll find out in the book. I haven't actually looked in the book to see what the message is. You and I are going to be doing that together for the first time. But I just love this card. I love the purples and violets and pinks. This is a very, very loving, I feel a lot of water energy with this, very nurturing and just connected with that divine creation energy, wisdom, knowledge, all of that amazing stuff. So that's the reading that I get from the image itself. Let's take a look in the book and find out what the actual reading is from our illustrator for the deck. But this is card number 38. 3 plus 8 is 11, which is reducing down to a 2, right? 1 plus 1 is 2. And of course, that's a portal card. So I would not be surprised if this tells us a little bit about passages and processes. Now, let's find out. All right, 38, Peony. Take time to heal. Our keywords are acknowledgement, compassion, peace, and rebirth. In the peaceful garden, I can smell the fragrant flowers, hear the birdsong, and feel the gentle breeze and the warmth of the sun. I chose to spend some time here doing almost nothing. I needed the space to heal. There is no better way to soothe the mind than with compassion and peace. So I walk the garden paths, observing the beauty, healing, and feeling better as I go. The tattooed snake is a metaphor for healing. Historically, snakes are symbols of rebirth, transformation, immortality, and healing. The ancient Greeks regarded snakes as sacred and used them in healing rituals, while their skin shedding was viewed as a sign of rebirth and renewal. In order to move on from trauma, it is important that we first acknowledge the pain. reach out for support if needed, and give our bodies and minds time to heal. And our quote is from Phyllis McGinley. Of one thing I am certain, the body is not the measure of healing. Peace is the measure. It's a beautiful quote. I love that. So yes, snakes, I didn't even, talk about that, but snakes shed their skin as they grow. It's very, very similar to caterpillars and butterflies. Transformation, renewal, eternal, eternal. You are eternal. We are eternal. Our collective is eternal, and we individually are eternal. Our true selves, our higher selves, we are permanent creatures. We're not ever going to, we may change our energy signatures between having corporeal existence and non-corporeal existence, I like to say it, but it's always going to be a renewal for us. And yeah, just beautiful, amazing, loving, nurturing. Take time to heal. A lot of times we don't take time for ourselves at all, and we've gotten that kind of message frequently with these readings recently about not always pushing the grind, not always pushing ourselves. Give yourself time to heal. If you've gone through some kind of trauma, it could have been something from when you were a child and you've just kind of shoved it down. It could have been something that happened yesterday or this morning or last night, It could be something very, very recent, but take the time to process your feelings. Give them honor and respect. Give yourself honor and respect. This is where your power comes, where you start bringing in the aspects of pain, that hurt, that betrayal that you've experienced and suffered. You need to honor that. You need to give it its full time. Just like when you scrape your knee, you need to give it time to heal. Allow it to go through the healing process. That healing process isn't always pretty. Scabs don't look attractive. They're not attractive, but they are necessary to the process of healing. And so is our process for internal healing, where we have to allow ourselves to heal, to experience the pain and honor it, and then we release it. Just like the scab coming off of the skin, revealing beautiful, pink, healthy, new skin underneath it, right? That's how we experience it too. Internally, we give ourselves a chance to heal and to incorporate the lessons from what we've experienced to move forward into the direction that we would prefer to go, which is not painful, not traumatic, right? So this is how we do it. This is how we pick and choose what works for us, what suits us, what matches our energy signature, what matches where we want to go to, where we are going towards. And the only way that happens, taking that time. If you don't have a regular meditation practice, I strongly recommend first thing in the morning, just take a couple of minutes. You can do it after the alarm goes off, but before you sit upright in bed, just take a moment to just where are you feeling right now? Are you feeling, did you wake up happy? Did you wake up tired? Did you wake up stressed? How did you wake up? Just evaluate how it feels. Don't even try to analyze it or change it or anything like that. Just observe it. That's where we need to be, really, from a moment to moment basis as much as we can, so that we understand when something doesn't feel right. We can immediately recognize it and shift our energy away from what is causing us distress. We always have that option, even in the midst of a strife situation, in the midst of a challenging environment. We have the opportunity to bring peace into it. I'll just relate a tiny little story. Personally, I was on the bus the other day. Very, very loud people in the back of the bus, and they were talking about things that were very, I don't even know how to say it, offensive, not offending, but the opposite of defensive, offensive, aggressive, they were talking a lot about war and about fighting and that kind of thing. And they were very, very loud. I don't know if maybe they had a hearing problem, but they're in the back of the bus where the engine is anyway, so it's louder back there. For the folks that weren't in the back, it was a little loud and uncomfortable, actually. It was so loud. I could feel myself starting to react negatively to the message, to the energy, to the volume, to the fact that on the bus you're supposed to be speaking in quiet voices. There are even signs about, no loud radios and keep the volume down, basically. None of that was happening, right? And it was very volatile. And I wouldn't have been surprised if something had happened in the back of the bus there as a result of that. But nothing happened. He just kept being loud, and everybody was going, preach it, brother, and they were really kind of getting into it. And I just tried to bless them. I tried to, like I do with anything else, if something isn't matching my energy, I tried to bring in my energy for me and create like a bubble, like a little bubble around me. And that's what I did. Strangely enough, the next stop, or the next couple of stops later, more people got on the bus, including some that went back to the back and ended up talking to this gentleman. And the volume got lowered and the conversation shifted. And all of a sudden they're talking about peace stuff. And I'm thinking, well, I don't know if that had anything to do with me and what I was trying to, bring into that environment. But it did seem to work that way. And I seem to find it working that way as a general rule. In traffic, in the store, in different places where, people all wanting to be at the front of the line, all wanting to be out of there, all wanting to, be doing something else besides what they are doing there. And that energy can be very kind of frantic and distressed, and it can feel distressful. We can bring our peace with us like a bubble wherever we are. And when we are coming from that place of peace, the way that we react to that situation is going to change that situation. Just like if we reacted, I could have sat there and turned around and said, would you please bring it down? Keep it down. And that would have promoted a completely different kind of energy and response. That did not happen. So that's all I wanted to say is you do have control over even uncontrollable situations in how you present yourself. And how you present yourself is by being mindful of what you're thinking and how you're feeling. That's going to regulate what you do, plain and simple. Your heart, your belly, your mind, all of them are engaged 24/7 anyway, so why not be in charge of it? Why not be in control of it? Give yourself that chance to heal from those hurts. Bring that pain and that suffering in, honor it. Release what no longer is necessary for your forward path and move ahead. So that's our energy reading for the day. I do hope that that blessed you and resonated with you. I love reading your comments. You guys know you're always going to get a love from me on that. And I am sending you love. I am sending you joy. I am sending you peace. Have a peaceful day today. I love you. Namaste and ciao for now.